How's it going, y'all? Chris Outdoors here. So we just got here to Potter's Creek over here in Canyon Lake, Texas. Man, what a day it's been, man. Oh my gosh. This is our first time at the camper. I figure, you know, Potter's Creek is not too far from us, you know. Good little learning experience. Well, anyways, it was alright. It just was a lot of work. There's our camper right behind there. Truck up into it. But we're going to be doing some fishing over here. Potter's Creek is in Canyon Lake, Texas. It's right on Canyon Lake, so you have access to Canyon Lake the whole time you're staying here. And we're going to be doing some fishing tonight, some barbecuing. And you know what? After the day I had today, me and my wife, hey, cheers. I deserve it. But yeah, we're gonna be doing showing you around the campground and all that. Gonna be cooking up some probably pork chops tonight on the grill. Yeah, just hang out with us and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so me and the wife just found a path going down here to the lake. I'm gonna go walk in and check it out. Look at all this dead grass, man. God, it's crazy. It's sad, you know. We need some rain bad. Now I know Texas isn't the only one that's in a drought. I know the majority of the country's in a drought, but it's just sad, you know. There's a lot of rocks right here. Yeah, I picked this spot on the map, so if you ever want to come to Potter's Creek in Canyon Lake, go to recreation.gov and look at Potter's Creek, you know, and they got a map of the place, their fees and all that. They do have some pictures of the sites, but some of them don't have pictures. Look at these big old boulders right here. This is how down the lake is. They said it was down 13 feet.
There's a crane over there.
There's a crane way over there.
Comes in with the dirt.
But I'm pretty sure that all this right here, all this over here was underwater. All these rocks right here on this edge. Yeah. Oh man. You know, why can't access to the water ever be easy? I've noticed that everywhere I go, man, the access to the water is never easy. Just irritates the freaking heck out of me. Oh.
Up and outwards.
But yeah, check that out. Pretty sure all that used to be underwater. This is a nice little spot though. I mean, yeah, there's some rocks and stuff. You just gotta be careful. But
and the right shoes.
I have the right shoes on, like the wife said. Yeah. This is really rocky, but you know what? This is the access that we have. So probably gonna set up here tonight and cast in some lines, some drop shots. We brought a gizzard with us, chicken gizzard. We got some worms. We got some gizzard that my wife salted a while back, so we're gonna try some of that. We still got some what are they called? The ones for saltwater, fish bites. See if that'll work, and I'm gonna do some. I'm also gonna do some bait casting and see if that, you know, that catches anything. But where at, babe?
Right there next to the beer can.
Don't say it's a skeleton. It'll freak me out.
It's the head of something. Over here.
Where? Where?
Right there. See the beer can? Tire.
Oh.
Right in the middle.
It's a fish head. It's a fish head next to a tire.
And a beer can.
And a beer can. Yeah, the fish head. Might have been a carp or something. There's also carp in this lake. big carp. Yeah, so hopefully we'll have some luck tonight, you know. Alright, let's start seasoning these pork chops over here. We got some butterfly cut pork chops. Probably gonna turn them into tacos, you know. Usually what I like to do. This is a pretty good seasoning. You know, if you ever tried it, chupacabra, and you know, they're not sponsoring this video or anything, but they're really good seasoning. So, it says for brisket, but it also says all seasoning, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pack it on, you know. Yeah, it's about 9:12. So we're gonna do some fishing a little later. I'm gonna go ahead and make dinner for right now. And yeah, I'm getting this seasoning all over the place. That's alright, I'll clean it up. It is hot today, man. I mean, I think today was like 104 or something like that. But man, the grass is just like hay everywhere, man, dry. And you know, just hope and pray that we get some more rain at some point, you know. We definitely need it. And I know a lot of our states besides Texas need it. Anyways, I like to pour my seasoning on pretty heavy. I feel like that gets some pretty good flavor. Yeah, see you on a bit. Oh man, this chair is a little stiff. Oh yeah. So just got the pork chops seasoned. Got the barbecue pit going. This is a pretty peaceful night tonight, man. I mean, oh shit. You know, Potter's Creek Park. You know, it's a really nice campground. I mean, since the first day that I have actually, me and my wife have came over here and camped, man, I have fell in love with this place. Because the one thing I like about, or there's a number of things, should I say, that I like about Potter's Creek. I guess the first one is lake access. You have access to the lake the whole time you're here, and there's a lot of places to fish. You can kayak. Potter's Creek has more than just RV sites. They have tent sites, and actually the tent sites, like their location where they're at, is pretty nice. They're right on the water too, but the water's lower now, so I mean it's going to be a little further, but yeah, I like the fact that it's right on Canyon Lake. The sites are spread out. You know, they're still next to each other, but they're spread out enough to have some privacy. Bathrooms, they got bathrooms here with showers, and they got real bathrooms. They don't have those how do you call it, glorified porta potties. No, they got real bathrooms here with real showers. What else? I'm trying to think what else. I mean, they got fire rings, you know. It's I don't remember the prices for the tent sites. I think they're about $24 to $25 a night, or they might be cheaper. I don't remember. It's been a while since we did the tent sites. And all these sites come with pavilions. They come with a little pavilion with a table under it, the barbecue pit and the fire ring. All these sites have that. What else? The RV sites, we pay for 2 nights at this site, we pay $60. The gates close at 9 during certain season hours and at 10. I'm talking about the actual gates to get back into the campground. The one thing, I would say the one thing that I don't like about this campground is that you can't leave after the gatehouse closes. I mean, you can leave, but you can't come back in. So if you happen to leave after the gatehouse is closed, you're gonna have to park your car in the front and then walk all the way back in. So that's one downside. Another downside is there's no Wi-Fi here, so you know that sucks. But other than that, honestly, there's not very much that I don't like about this campground. I can deal with no Wi-Fi, and I can deal with the gatehouse thing only because, I mean, I'm not going to leave after that time anyways. You know, it's better to prepare and have things beforehand, you know. But you know what I really like about this campground is at night, Potter's Creek is so freaking peaceful, man. There's just something about it. Like, you got the big open sky, you're right on Canyon Lake, you know. All these sites are grass sites. You know, it's pretty comfortable, you know. But this place is just so peaceful at night, and I don't know how to explain it. Like, every single time that I come over here, my favorite part, honestly, is just hanging out outside at night. No lights, just the beautiful sky, and just the sound of you know, nature, the view of the lake, you know, all the lights of the surrounding houses. You know, I really, you know, I love this place, you know. This is one of my favorite spots, and this is probably my top favorite spot as of right now for camping, you know, at a lake, you know. To me, the only way I can explain it is at nighttime with the peacefulness, it's kind of like being at the coast without being at the coast, if that makes sense, you know, minus all the irritating wind. You know. And you know what, whether or not I catch fish or not here, I just love coming here, you know. But for anybody that watches, that's gonna see this channel, that's around here locally, and if you've been here, you know, you already know what I'm talking about. You know the campground I'm talking about. You know, anybody that hasn't been here, it's in Canyon Lake, Texas, right in the Texas Hill Country. Yeah. And there's a lot of people on their boats over here at night. You know, you can just see the lights flashing of the boats, and you know, Canyon Lake is something special. You know, it really is. But yeah. So I would say about 10 minutes from here, you have a grocery store. You have Brookshire Brothers. There's plenty of gas stations around. There's a Sonic nearby. There's not very many fast food places because this is on 306, the road 306. So there's not a lot of fast food places around here. There's like one pizza place that I know of, some small taco shops. Like I said, there's that grocery store, It's Brookshire Brothers. They sell ready-made food in there. New Braunfels is probably about 30 minutes from here. And if you've ever been to New Braunfels, you know, you already know there's a lot of stuff over there. But if you haven't, New Braunfels has everything. Fast food places, banks, Walmart, 3 H-E-Bs, a little city over there called Green. The city within the city. They have the oldest town, I think, dance hall in Texas called Green Dance Hall, where it was actually featured in Michael the Angel, the movie. That's a pretty old movie, so only certain folks are gonna know what I'm talking about when it comes to that. But yeah, so you got New Braunfels, 30 minutes one way, and then you have the city of Spring Branch. From here, probably about 40 minutes. And it's a smaller city. They got fast food restaurants, they got banks, they got a Walmart, they got a H-E-B, they got a Tractor Supply. Not as big as New Braunfels, but you know, another city nearby. And San Antonio, from this location, San Antonio is probably about an hour. Austin, around the same. So you're kind of, you know, right center in the middle of everything, I guess, you know. But yeah. Cheers. Oh yeah, that's sound I like to hear. Ooh, check that out, baby. Got 2 pork chops and some bacon and meat wrapped jalapenos with cheese. It's gonna be pretty good tonight. Yeah, so this is the finished product. 2 butterfly pork chops and some jalapeno poppers, or I guess I don't know what you would call them, but I bought them at H-E-B down here in Texas. Jalapenos with cheese, wrapped in meat and wrapped in bacon, and they're smoked. They're really good. So for any of you watching that are down here in Texas, you can get a local H-E-B by you somewhere. Try those out. They're really good. They were over next to the, I believe next to the bacon aisle. I don't really remember, but either bacon or the ready-made sausage, around that area. But yeah, finished product. So there's that meat, or I'm sorry, excuse me. There's those jalapenos right there, wrapped in meat and bacon. Zoom in so you can see all that goodness right there. And they are smoked, man. I mean, they taste good. Well, folks, dinner was spectacular. Had the pork chops, had the jalapenos that are wrapped in meat and bacon. Those were good. Wifey bought some potato salad, and that was really good. It's almost midnight. You know, I just don't think we had the energy. We were gonna fish tonight, but you know, we just had a hectic day. Getting here, getting the camper here, getting all set up. You know, it was just a lot today, but we, or at least I don't know about the wife, are gonna get up probably 5 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, and go fishing. So hopefully we catch something, you know. If not, it is what it is, but hopefully we do. So we will see y'all people in the morning. Night. Hey, good morning guys. It's 5 in the morning. Me and the wife got up 30 minutes ago, 4:30. Man, we get tired. Got our coffee going. Hey, but you know what? We're gonna go down to the lake here in a bit. Walk down to the lake and see if we can catch anything. It's still dark outside. It's gonna be dark outside for a while longer. So, yeah. Hopefully we wake up this early for nothing. But anyways, here is beautiful Canyon Lake, Texas, 7 in the morning. There's one kayak right in the lake. There's some boats coming out. Yeah. Down there is the boat ramp area, but right over there in that little, the end of that little spot over there. But the water's so low they closed it off. This lake has 21 or 23 ramps, somewhere around there. And the last I heard, only 3 of them were open. And I think that might be down to 2 now. So, yeah, that sucks. Alright, so we've been out here since about 5 in the morning. It's almost 7 o'clock now. We haven't caught a darn thing, you know. I thought we'd at least get some bites or something, but we haven't got no bites at all, so I think we're gonna go to town and get some stuff that we need. You know, might bring some kayaks back and do some kayak fishing. But as of right now, I just think it's a bust. Well, we're back at the campground. Talked about some freaking problems. Well, not major problems. We had a leak in the camper, which all I had to do was tighten something up. Had to screw one of our tires in our car. So, not a big deal. Just, hey, what would a camping trip be without little issues here and there, right? But anyways, I'm going to turn this camera around. I want you all to check out the view of this lake. This is really nice. Check this out. I'm gonna try to check out the view of this lake, man. This is really nice. All the hills and houses around. Pretty nice. Alright, so we decided we're gonna come take out with us so you can check out these screen shelters. I mean, they're pretty cool. Let me back up for a little bit. Back up real quick. They're pretty cool. Nice little building, you know. There's the front of it. A couple more around here. Side. I'm gonna find an open one for y'all to check out. I guess I'll go into that one over there. They got curtains that do come down. And honestly, some of them look like they're kind of torn. I don't know what they're made of. I've never stayed in one of these before. I plan to. I want to, but like I said, when the weather's better, when it's not 100 something degrees every day. This one's open. Alright. So this is the inside of the screen shelter. And It's basically just a big open space, concrete.
Ceiling fan.
Got a ceiling fan with a light. You got the curtains that come down. They're like a hard tarp. That's what they are. Got one sink right here. Huh, oh goody, that one's a broken knob. You got one outlet right there. As far as I see, I don't see any other outlets. But I do think some of these have one outlet on the back of the building.
And a porch.
Got a nice little porch right here in the front. Water spigot. Table. Fire ring. Yeah, so there is an extra outlet outside. Bathroom's right there. And that's that one loop that I showed you earlier with the little RV section and the tent sites further down. Half of these got shade, the other half don't. Yeah, so there are 7 in total. And they're spread out pretty decent. They're not too terribly close to each other. So you'll have some neighbors, but not too close to you. Alright, so this is the swim beach over here. It's right next to the screen shelters that we just showed y'all. They got all these unfinished little awnings. It's been like this for well, we've been coming here for about 2 years probably, and they've been like this. I don't know if they're ever gonna finish them or not. But the water has gone down a lot, so this is basically, I mean, I think you can still come swim over here, but it's not much of a swim beach anymore. The water went down so much that there's a lot of rocks, and there's a pretty good walk just to get to it. So I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even bother even coming over here. If y'all come stay at Powers Creek, I wouldn't even bother using the swim beach because it's not even really a swim beach anymore. As a matter of fact, whenever we do come over here, we don't ever see anybody over here. I think me and my wife were planning on fishing over here last time we came, so we're like, yeah, we'll just, we'll walk down to the water. It was a pretty good walk, and the further you go, the more rocks and boulders there are. So yeah, you can see where the sand is. Gravel. Water's gone down a lot. Alright, so we found the buoys. Starts right here. Obviously you can see there's nothing but dryness. This is where the actual beach was. All this was underwater, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All this was underwater. That goes up to 6 feet. It looks like it might have been at 4 feet the last time the lake was full. And the buoys still go past this. Probably go past another 20 feet. Look at that. It's been a long time since since water was here. And there's still probably another 200 feet to the water. That's insane. That really is insane. Yeah, so much for the swim beach. This hasn't been a swim beach in years. I mean years, man. I mean, come on. That's crazy. Texas needs a big float. That's what Texas needs. I mean, rivers are drying up down here. You know, the lake has gone down. It's just crazy, you know. But you won't find no other you won't find no other swim beach here. Depending where you're staying, I mean, you'll have access to the water anyways. You just won't have, you know, a designated swim beach. Degrees right now. It says that 55. And me and the wife are gonna do some fishing tonight for sure. We didn't fish last night, but got up at 4:30 this morning. Got out there about 5 something. Some and stuff. There was other people out there on boats. Up early fishing too, and didn't seem like they were getting anything. But fingers crossed, you know, maybe tonight. So, we'll see. I don't see no point in trying to fish right now in 100-degree weather. So I'd go for a swim. I was thinking about bringing the kayaks out here and doing some kayak fishing, but I have to go back to the house and get the kayak. I mean, we live about 15 minutes from here, but you know, I just don't think we're gonna do that. Maybe next time we'll do some of that for you. Alright, so we just left that old dusty swim beach. So, coming over here to the pavilion, the one that I told you can rent out. I'm gonna come show you all that. Cop just passed by. Another note too, the last couple times that we stayed over here, we noticed that the sheriffs, they do patrol randomly throughout this campground. So that's also a good thing. It's a big plus, you know, because you know, makes you feel safer, you know, knowing that, you know, that they do come through here once in a while. So yeah, the very last time we were here, it was at a tent site, and we had a burn ban on. Some people had a big old fire going. Yeah, cops happened to pass by, shine his lights on them. Hey, we have a burn ban. You're not supposed to have that on. But I'm gonna turn this around. So here's the big pavilion. Pretty big. I mean, you can have a big birthday party in here or whatever. Not bad. 3 barbecue pits in one spot. Wouldn't that get really hot? I mean, really, think about it. You got one right here, one right here, then you got a big ass one right there. Wouldn't that get like super hot? Anyways, little fire pit right here. There's this little bridge right next to it. The water, so the water from the lake would come down into this little creek right here, and the bridge goes over, but obviously it's bone dry. And there's bathrooms right there. Just cross the bridge to get there. The rest of this, just a bunch of tall dead grass and dead wood. Check that out right there. That's the boat dock right there. Just laying on the ground. So, I guess we're gonna go walk over this bridge. Yeah, my wife has a thing for walking over bridges. I don't know why. I saw one there's one down at Rockport that we still haven't walked over. So maybe next time we go over there, we're gonna walk over that one. It's a big old wooden one. This one right here, metal, like a metal mesh, you know, see through. I think they're kind of cool. Yeah, so that's where the water used to come for this little creek up. Not anymore. It's just dry now. So here's the bathrooms, and all the bathrooms in this campground pretty much look the same. They're pretty much all the same. Like I said, they're real bathrooms, not glorified porta potties. Got your park rules up here. Importance of wearing a life jacket. That's actually very important, man. I did flip one time. Thank God that I had my life jacket on, because I was in the middle of this lake. But yeah, these sites over here, I don't remember exactly where they're at on the map, but these are family RV sites. So, you know, they're pretty big. I mean, they got a lot of space, man. A lot of space for parking, a lot of space for your RV, camper, and you also have this big old driveway for extra family, and they got this big old awning. Yep, see, that's what I'm talking about. There goes the cop right there. So I can see I'm not lying, they do come through here. So for the family sites, this is the pavilion right here. Pretty big. I mean, I guess if you had a family of like 10 people coming over here, this would come in handy. So there's 4 of these sites over here. So, not really any water access right here, but I mean, you can drive around at night and park somewhere if you want to fish. So, yeah, there's some more sites right over there. Okay, so here's the loop that we're staying at. I think there's 3 loops in this campground. And they all pretty much got the same thing. The little pavilion with the picnic table, with the barbecue pit, with the fire ring. All these sites have electric, 30 amp, 50 amp, 20 amp, and they all got a water hookup. All these RV sites, I'm not sure if it's all of them. It probably is. I don't think they have any septic hookups. So, you know, that's a downside. This campground does have 2 dump stations, but, you know, it'd be nice to have your own septic hookup so you don't have to hook up and then go dump, you know. So, yeah, so this is the loop that we're staying at. A lot of sites over here do not have shade. I guess the exception is this back half, which has, you know, maybe 2 sites with shade. So, alright, so we're leaving the loop that we're staying in, and we're going over to the loop next to us. Now, this loop over here is not close to the water, so you're not right on the water's edge. Speaking of no septic hookups and dump stations, there's some people dumping right now. They're probably taking off though. Anyways, but okay, so this loop next to us is not right next to the water. So if you're staying on this loop over here, you don't have water access. But the good thing about this loop over here, there is a good amount of sites that actually have trees and shade. So I mean, there's one right there, another one. That's the upside to this loop on this side. I mean, there's actually some shaded sites. So yeah, being right on the water is not a big deal to you. If you want more of just a comfortable site, then this loop is it. And I'm gonna get a picture of the map of this campground, and I'll put it up on the video. Which loop I'm explaining is on the map, if that makes sense, y'all. I'll put the map up for y'all, and as I'm explaining, I'll try to point out on the map which loop is which. So yeah, so this half of this loop over here has no shade, but the other half has some shade. So I'm gonna say for the most part in this campground, there's not really a lot of shaded sites. Alright, so we're leaving that one side of the campground. We are entering the boat ramp area. So, if by a miracle we get rain, a lot of rain, maybe a little flood, you know, this boat ramp will be back in operation. So yeah, this campground does have its own boat ramp inside. Unfortunately, right now it's closed because the water has dropped so much. I mean, the dock over there is basically sitting on the ground, so, you know, not good. Not good at all, man. You know, We just need rain so bad, man. I mean, last year we had the drought, and you know, I mean, you know, hopefully God willing, you know, we'll get some rain at some point, you know. All right, so we're leaving the boat ramp area, and we're going to the other half of the campground. And on this side of the campground, this is where the other two loops are at. And so hopefully the way I'm explaining this to y'all makes sense. If not, I mean, yeah, no big deal. You know, like I said, I'll post a picture up on the map and try to show y'all each part that I'm talking about. So right in this area is a big family pavilion that you can rent. You can rent this spot for parties and stuff, you know. Fits a lot of people over here. Now, access to the water, I mean, if you really want to get to the lake, you probably could walk to it from here, but I mean, there's a lot of overgrown weeds and trees, little trees, and a lot of overgrown grass and weeds and stickerberry areas, and I just wouldn't really recommend trying to walk down to the river from here. I mean, I'm sorry, not the river, the lake. Alright, moving on. Moving on. Yeah, so this side of the RV park, or I'm sorry, campground, also has a dump station. Okay, so this loop has what you call screen shelters. Basically a screen shelter, you know. There's an electric hookup in there. I think there's about 2 outlets. There's water in there. I believe there's a table in there. I don't remember if it's a concrete table or a wooden table. Not very much of these sites. I mean, they also got a grill and a fire pit and a table. There is no AC in those screen shelters. They do have a ceiling fan with a light, and they do got curtains that come down. But here's the bathhouse over here. But yeah, those screen shelters, I mean, you could probably bring your own portable AC or whatever. I wouldn't think to be that good for the summertime. Maybe during the spring and fall, but I wouldn't rent them out right now in this heat, that's for sure. So this loop has the screen shelters, a small area for RVs, and then 10 sites. And over here is the swim beach. I'm not sure if it's open, because I know the water's gone down so much. I don't even know if it's open. Looks like it's kind of overgrown over there too. Alright, so what we're coming up to right now, these are the tent sites. All these are basically the same: pavilion, table, barbecue pit and fire ring. And even these tent sites have electric and water hookup. And they're all grass sites, not dirt. You know, you have neighbors, but I think they're decently spread apart, you know. Water access as far as right here. You can walk down, just walk down a little ways and you're right down to the water. And this is actually the spot that me and my wife first stayed at, was these tent sites. But I think we did it, I don't remember if it was, I think it was early spring, so it wasn't really hot, wasn't really cold, you know, it was kind of just in between. It was really nice, you know. I honestly don't care for tent camping anymore, to be honest. I think tent camping is a freaking headache. All the packing, all the unpacking, you know, all the loading up your vehicle and unloading, and I'm just not really a big fan of tent camping anymore, but, you know. As far as these sites go, yeah, I definitely recommend this whole park, to be honest. You know. The little RV section is right next to the tents over here. It's very nice. Like I said, you know, they keep the lawn pretty manicured. There's a lot of spots where they don't mow, where they choose not to mow. It would probably look better if they did, but I mean, for the most part, you know, it's pretty well kept. There's those screen shelters right there. I eventually do want to stay in one of those, but probably, like I said, probably not till spring or fall when the weather's not bad. And all these areas have, you know, their dumpsters, you know. Alright, last section, y'all. These are nothing but RV campsites. This is the other loop on this side. So there's a lot of trees right here in this section. A lot of shaded areas. There's not much water access on this side, but you know, the upside is there's a couple of shaded sites, so bathhouse right smack dab in the middle of the loop. So I will tell y'all one good thing about Potter's Creek Park. All these RV sites are not strictly for RVs. I called and asked them. I asked them one time if we could just come and stay in one of the sites in a tent, and they said, yeah, bring a tent, you can stay in one of these sites, it don't matter. So that's the upside. So yeah, Lady walking her dog. Man, tell you what though, this place is just beautiful, man. I love it. Now, there is another campground in Canyon Lake that's similar to this, but I mean, I wouldn't really recommend going to that one. It's called Crane's Mill Campground, and you can also find it on recreation.gov. Just type in Crane's Mill, Canyon Lake, Texas. But me and my wife went over there a while back, and it's pretty bunched up. I mean, you don't really have a lot of space between neighbors. You really don't have a lot of water access. You know, they got pavilions and tables like over here, but I mean, if you take away all the water access and you know, and space between neighbors, I mean, I wouldn't really want to go over there. You know, it's not it's not a terrible campground, but you know, I don't really like that campground. And there's our site right over there. And I apologize if the camera cuts out. It's on low battery. Of course, why would I charge my camera? So, have any of y'all ever used this catfish worm dip? We never tried dips before, so we figured, why not give it a shot? We're gonna try this tonight. You know, see if we can get any bites off it. Worm dip bait cheese. Whoa. Yeah. We've never tried it, but we're gonna give it a try. Not for human consumption. But it had cheese. Well, folks, it's 8 in the morning. Today's our departure day, so pretty tired, you know, just kind of ready to get back home and get back to reality, you know. It's nice to get out for 2 days, get your mind off stuff, and go camping and stuff. But you know, sometimes you just want to go back home. You know, back to reality. You know, but I would say it was a pretty good 2 days here at Potter's Creek. I would definitely recommend this campground. The only thing I am going to say about this lake in particular, and anybody that's local from this area that has fished this place a number of times will tell you also, is that this lake is hard to fish. So it seems that the people that have boats that can go out into the deep, into the real deep, it seems like they're the ones that have the most luck. So definitely wouldn't bank fish or even kayak fish, because even me and my wife have kayak fish here. I don't know how many times. I haven't caught nothing, and that's going into the deep parts. So if you got a boat, you'll probably have luck. I mean, there's bass, striped bass, gar, bluegill, catfish, you name it. But like I said, if you got a boat, you'll probably be the one to have luck. As far as the campground itself, it's a really nice campground. things is no septic hookups at the RV sites, no Wi-Fi, and no TV cable hookups. I mean, other than that, the campground itself was pretty nice. You know, grass sites, pavilions, you know, pretty manicured campground. Can't really ask for much more than that. So we fished last night. Not too late because I was already tired. But I think we fished till about 11. Didn't catch anything. Tried that new punch bait. Didn't catch anything. So there was a lot of frogs out last night making noises. But yeah, so our next RV camping spot is going to be Blanco State Park in Blanco, Texas. So I'll be taking y'all along with us for that one. And there is better fishing over there. It did kind of suck at first, but over there at Blanco State Park, they stock it with trout, you know, every season. And they just stocked it with a lot of catfish not too long ago. And the last couple times we were over there, we were getting catfish, so the fishing is a little better over there. And so that'll be fun. But that'll be our next adventure. So anyways, I'm just ready to go home. We don't really have terribly too much to pack up, but I guess that's the good thing about having a camper. You just gotta put your stuff up inside. But yeah, got a lot of our stuff planned, you know. Probably gonna do some tent camping at some point. I'm for sure gonna do a kayak fishing video. A lot of other stuff I got ideas about. There's a zoo up 281 in Texas where I live at, north of San Antonio. And I wanna go video that. The last time me and my wife went over there, it was really fun. I mean, the animals come right up to your window. All of them. They basically bombard your car. But yeah, got a lot of other stuff planned. I want to do some repair videos because I also do some repair stuff, some DIY stuff. So that'll be coming up later in the future. And if you like these videos, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you like this sort of thing, you know. But yeah, so gotta be going. Gotta get back to my routine. Trying to lose weight too, you know. I was about 240 something. Went down to 215. I slacked for a while, so now I'm back up to like 228. Beer doesn't help. I'm trying to lay off beer a lot. Beer is so fattening. So yeah, you know, I'm gonna try and make my commitments to go back to the gym and all that. But yeah, so we'll see you on the next adventure, and hope y'all come along with us.